Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Mike Waintraub. I have been in the dry cleaning business for almost 20 years now, mostly as a founder and owner-operator of an independent dry cleaning commercial laundry company in the Princeton, New Jersey area. And about 2 years ago, I exited and became the Director of Business Development for ZIPS Cleaners. So, ZIPS Cleaners, we're started in Maryland, and we have about 75 locations now throughout the country. ZIPS is a little bit different than your normal mom and pop dry cleaner. So, our model is everything is $3.49. So, it could be a tie, could be this blazer, could be an evening gown. $3.49. No matter what. We also offer same-day service, in by 9, out by 5, 6 days a week, which most dry cleaners are not doing at this point. So when you think about $3.49, right? So your typical mom and pop dry cleaner is charging anywhere for a basic garment, $6 or $7 up to $12 for something basic. So they don't like us very much, right? So let's look at ZIPS. So when you sign your development agreement with us, your first location is going to be a plant store. And thank you. So your plant store there's a front of the house and the back of the house, just like a restaurant. So the back of the house is where all your dry cleaning equipment and your presses are to process all of the cleaning that you're going to be getting. In the back, you have about 7 or 8 people doing the actual work, doing the processing. Those are your dry cleaners, your pressers, your spotters. And then at the front counter, our stores usually have 3 or 4 at least counters because of the volume that we do. So you have 3 or 4 employees working up there. They're helping the customers. They're tagging the clothing. They're sorting the clothing when it's done packaging as well. So our average unit volume last year was about $1.2 million. The build out for a location like this is about $1 million to $1.2 million in build out. And that is soup to nuts. That's franchise fees, equipment, signage, everything soup to nuts. So once you have that plant, then your next locations can be drop stores. So a drop store, or some people call them satellite stores, is just, it looks like the front of a dry cleaner. It has your counters, it has your POS systems, has your conveyor to hold the clothing. And then for those, you only need that front counter help, right? So there's only 3 or 4 people that are working there. In addition, our plant stores, you need at least 3,000 square feet. So for a drop store, you only need 1,200, 1,300 square feet. 3 or 4 employees, and the build out for those is only about $200,000. So you're building. So you're feeding all the clothing from your drop store goes to your plant store, and it gets completed there. So once you build that plant, you're just feeding the beast. You're feeding those employees. You're feeding the equipment that you already have investment in. And $200,000, correct? Okay, next one. So so now we have a plant store, we have a drop store. We just took the drop store model to the next level. We just opened up our first 24/7 automated drop store. It's cool. So these are some pictures from that first drop store that we have. So picture this. So you're walking in here. Sorry if I'm blocking anyone. You walk into the lobby. These are kiosks that are built into these glass walls here. Behind the kiosks, there's a conveyor. It looks like a regular dry cleaning conveyor, but the dry cleaning conveyor is hooked into those kiosks. So when for example, you're coming, you dropped off your clothing the first time, you put it in, there's like a mailbox in that kiosk. After you put your phone number in, you just drop your bag in there into the kiosk. You come back the next day, you can come back the same day if you dropped it off before 9, because that's our in by 9, out by 5 service, right? You come to this kiosk, all you do is you plug in your phone number, and hit pickup. The kiosk spins by itself, brings your specific order down into the kiosk. There's a door that slides open in the kiosk, and you can take your clothing.
We're out of time.
And you go. So you can come anytime. You can come 2 o'clock in the morning and pick up your clothes.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
Sure.
I was wondering, do you dry clean or is it laundering for the 349?
It's both. It's both, depending on the garment, the type of garment it is, depending on the stains that are in it. We do both. So the majority of things are dry clean, but it's a lot of clothing that comes into dry cleaners now does not have to be dry cleaned. So it may be laundered, or we call it wet cleaning. It's a little bit different than actual laundering, and then everything is pressed, just like dry cleaning.
How many employees do you need in the regular stores?
In the regular store, for the plant store, together with the back of the house and the front of the house, you need about 11 or 12 employees. Yes.
Yes, and whatever questions Mike maybe doesn't want to answer, we have the franchisee, right?
Yes, I didn't get to that. Alan Boomer is here, our multi-unit franchisee. Alan did a webinar a few weeks ago with Refranch. It was excellent. Thank you, Alan. So if you have any questions, ask Alan. Yes. On average, the one plant store could do the work for that plant store and 2 more drop stores. But also, you know, if you have a plant store that's larger than 3,000 square feet and you can fit more equipment in it, you can do a little bit more than that.
Can you drop off your clothes and then get Chick-fil-A sandwich?
That's what I do.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay, thank you.